All right, let's dive right into this explainer and take a hard look at the absolute central nervous system of the modern enterprise. I'm talking, of course, about Active Directory. We all know that securing a Windows network fundamentally comes down to securing AD. But listen, it is not just about throwing up firewalls anymore. It's about mastering those highly privileged admin roles that act as the literal keys to the digital kingdom. So we're going to break down exactly how to manage, isolate, and totally lock down these roles so your environment stays completely bulletproof.
To put this into perspective, over 90%, 90% of enterprise environments out there are relying on Active Directory because it is just so incredibly ubiquitous. Handling authentication for millions of orgs, these critical admin roles inside it, well, they're the ultimate prize for threat actors. If an attacker gets their hands on these keys, they don't just compromise a single server. No way. They own the entire shebang.
So, the really critical question we have to ask ourselves is who actually controls this infrastructure? In reality, that immense power is concentrated in just a few specific administrative roles and system processes. And if there's a compromise at this top tier, well, it leads to a total, catastrophic domain collapse. Understanding exactly where this power lives is absolutely step one in defending it.
To help us map out this complex environment, we'll be breaking things down into 5 key areas: the keys to the kingdom, the 5 FSMO roles, privileged access groups, the tiered admin model, and finally, securing the admin fortress.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the keys to the kingdom.
Moving right along to Section 2, the 5 FSMO roles.
Now, as you probably know, Active Directory mostly relies on a multi-master model, where changes just sort of sync across any domain controller you have. But some operations are so critical they absolutely require a single master. Enter FSMO roles, or flexible single master operation roles. Think of these as the fundamental load-bearing pillars of your AD. Imagine if 2 servers tried to update the entire database architecture at the exact same time. It would completely corrupt the system. So for these super sensitive tasks, only one designated FSMO server actually gets to hold the pen, so to speak.
Let's break down those 5 distinct FSMO roles, which are split right down the middle between domain-wide and forest-wide scopes. Take the PDC emulator, for example. That's your master timekeeper and password manager. Kerberos relies heavily on strict time sync, right? So if the PDC emulator fails, authentication just breaks across the entire domain. Or consider the schema master. That is literally the only server allowed to modify the directory's underlying architecture. Compromising these specific servers is essentially game over. Making sure they are protected has got to be priority number 1.
All right, shifting gears to Section 3, privileged access groups.
Servers do the heavy lifting, sure, but human administrators are the ones holding the actual credentials. We manage this human element through the AGDLP strategy: accounts, global groups, domain local groups, and permissions. The absolute golden rule here: you never, and I mean never, assign permissions directly to a single user. Instead, you drop user accounts into global groups based on their actual role, like say IT admins, and then you nest that into a domain local group for the specific resource. It's a system that keeps your privileged access super clean, highly scalable, and incredibly easy to audit.
But listen, for your most powerful admins, those basic groups just aren't going to cut it. You absolutely need to use the protected users group. Dropping domain admins in there triggers this automatic, highly aggressive hardening. It literally slashes Kerberos ticket lifetimes from 10 hours all the way down to just 4, forcing re-authentication, and it completely blocks legacy vulnerabilities like NTLM. It's an absolute must-have, zero-effort security win for your highly privileged accounts.
Next up is Section 4, the tiered admin model.
Now, managing groups is fantastic, but we also have to fiercely control where those credentials are actually used. Microsoft's tiered admin model essentially acts as an impenetrable moat around your network. Look at Tier 0, your critical domain controllers, versus Tier 2, which are just your standard everyday workstations. The absolute rule you have to take away here is that a Tier 0 domain admin credential must never, ever touch a Tier 2 workstation. Think about it. If an admin logs into a regular user's laptop just to fix a printer issue, those God-tier credentials actually get cached right there in the computer's memory. One piece of malware later, an attacker harvests them with a tool like Mimikatz, and poof, your entire domain is gone. Strict isolation is completely non-negotiable.
And that brings us to our final part, Section 5, securing the admin fortress.
To actually enforce that tiered model we just talked about, you have to restrict all non-admin activity by using privileged access workstations, or PAWs for short. A PAW is a dedicated, totally locked down vault of a machine.
Domain admins should not, under any circumstances, be checking email, browsing Reddit, or opening random PDFs on the exact same machine they use to manage the directory. Remote access to a domain controller should always route securely through an isolated jump server. You want to keep that attack surface as close to zero as humanly possible.
When it comes to granting only the minimum access needed, the principle of least privilege is your ultimate last line of defense. Your domain admins group should absolutely not be some catch-all bucket for the entire IT department. It needs to be a tiny, heavily audited list. Honestly, ideally just 2 or 3 people maximum. If someone doesn't explicitly need forest-wide control every single day, well, they should just be delegated limited access instead.
So, I'm going to leave you with this thought to reflect on for your own environment. Are your Tier 0 accounts truly isolated right now? Or are your domain admins out there casually browsing the internet on the exact same accounts that hold the literal keys to the kingdom? Properly isolating these human roles and the FSMO servers they manage is honestly the only way to survive modern threats. Go audit your directory, check those groups, and lock down your digital fortress.